Recording. Alright, cool, we good. MJ, let's get the app going. Alright. Mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2.
Oh, let me move this up. Let me move this up so we can see the chat. So we can see the chats and all that. Yo, Ace, what's good? Shout out to
Ace,
everybody.
what up, Ace?
Yo, what's
going
good?
on,
Yo,
man?
big boy. Shout out to everybody on TikTok and Instagram jumping on. We back with the Dungeon Talk. I'm Spud Brooklyn.
I'm Nate.
And we here with another one, man. Feel good. Feel good to be back. It was a crazy week though.
Yeah, it
With
was.
some
Man.
floods going on and all kind of stuff, man. I hope everybody was safe.
They trying to kill us in Brooklyn, yo.
Yeah, it was a little
The sign ain't right.
straight up. What's good though? What's good? H2 Cold, I see you. Shout out to everybody that's on, man. Yo, big boy. Much love on the hearts. We getting hearted up. Yo, shout out to big boy. Much love on that. Yo, Itch, I see you.
Edge.
He said bang bang.
In the house.
Yeah, we back. We back, man. We gonna have a nice topic. I don't know what if we sticking with the topic we had in mind from a few weeks ago.
Man.
A few weeks ago we were online and someone we were engaging in a conversation. And it started to go towards like relationship, women, man, you know, just relationship. And we were at the end of our conversation. And we were like, nah, we saving that. So it looked like this week we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna let a few more seconds, I won't say too many minutes, but we're gonna let a few more minutes come in. Let a few people come in and we could go on that topic. I think that's a wide range of a topic. And please feel free to add on as well. Please feel free to add on to the conversation.
Look at this nigga Ace. You're Nate. That vacay check.
That vacay check about to come.
Yo, stop saying that, Ace, man. You online, bro. Try to stash that money, yo.
Yo, let me borrow $, huh? A few
See,
dollars.
it
starts already.
Look, see?
Let me borrow a few dollars.
It's coming. It's coming. I'm over here talking.
I get it back to you.
Yeah, I know you're going to give it back. We cool.
D was good.
Look at Ace. Don't laugh, Ace. You ain't supposed to say that, man.
Word. If everybody on TikTok continuously see us looking up, our viewer monitors are up. So just so y'all know, we be reading the comments up for everybody on TikTok as well as Instagram. So it might look like we looking away and not addressing it. So that just be the whole topic of the discussion. But today we talking about relationships, man, and there's a lot of different aspects to the concept of relationship. I think it's a big conversation overall between content, all different perspectives. Relationship is a hot topic. It's a little scary for some, but it's a hot topic. How you feeling, Nate? How you feeling, Nate?
Listen, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Relationships. Listen, a relationship.
Could I ask you a question? How long did you know your wife? Like, how long did you know? Like, the marriage, everything, period. How long did you know?
Like when we first started?
Yeah. How long?
Sure. All I know is I've been with my wife 22 years, bro.
22 years. There's some people probably on this live right now
22
that's not
years,
even 22
bro.
years old.
22 years, and you know, we had our ups and downs, and every relationship ain't perfect, but
Straight.
you know, you learned how to bond when things, you know, it's kind of crazy, but when things happen, you actually get a little stronger, man. You know, the bond, and I'm not saying to do it.
Yeah. When things naturally occur.
When it naturally occurs, and it's different now, you know. You know, you gotta talk. You gotta talk. If you really want to make things happen, you gotta talk in a relationship, man.
Yeah.
The fighting and the bickering ain't gonna get you nowhere, man.
It's a continuous growth. Miss J, shout out to Miss J. She said I've been with Mr. J
29 years.
29 years, bro.
Yeah, that's love, yo. How long you, Spud?
I knew her. So our story's a little.
How long? Anyway,
all right,
how
so,
long you been married?
So over 10.
That's a long time.
I've been married over 10. been with her, but she was my girlfriend when I was 14, turning 14. I was like 13, turning 14, and she was 10 going into 11 going into 12. So that's when I met her. Well, when I saw her. And then I was like, when she told me her age, I rode off on my bike like, I'm good. You too young for me. I did. But then I doubled back the next summer. You know what I'm saying? The next summer I doubled back. And she was my girlfriend. And then, I went away and then I came back. And then we was, rekindled situation and stuff. So I knew her for a long time, but married 10.
Nah, listen, now I'm chilling, man. I'm happy. It don't get no better, man. It took me a while to learn, man. It takes a while to learn somebody,
Yeah.
And I just feel good, man. It feels good to go home to somebody that actually cares and holds you down, man.
You down. That's important.
I learned. I be around a lot of people, and their relationships are like everybody has a different way to be in a relationship. But I hear a lot of people say, when the person's down, you remember how you said the 50-50?
Yeah. 50-50.
A lot of people, I don't think they understand that.
The concept of
you understand. Maybe like you said, maybe this week is your week, maybe next week, maybe it might be a month. But I also see a lot of women knock men down when they can't contribute.
Yeah.
When they can't do a lot of things, and that's not cool. A relationship is a relationship. I'm not saying marriage, but a relationship, even when you together, like, if he ain't got it, he ain't got it. If you ain't got it, he got it.
Yeah.
And a lot of women,
it's a partnership.
Yeah, but they don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Knocking him down to nothing is gonna make him feel like shit. And where you gonna go in a relationship? People don't know how to bond anymore, bro. I hear women
grow.
Yeah, they don't want to grow.
People don't grow. Now, for like the 50-50, we hear that conversation all the time, and people have a thing about it, and yada yada yada, and most people who have a big discrepancy with it are usually single people who argue with something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's usually a single person, because I don't think when you're in a relationship or a marriage, you kind of get the concept of like holding down each other. Where the ratio, the 50-50, it's not a 50-50, is we putting into this pot. And some days you might be a little low. Some days I might be low to put in the pot, whether it's for the house, whether it's for the family, whatever that ratio looks like. And we come together in that huddle. You know what I'm saying? It's a team. We in a huddle. If my jump shot's off, I might have to pass the rock, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna stay. Let me sit on the bench for a little bit. Let me catch a breather, and then I'm back on the court. You know what I mean? But like one of the conversations that sparked the whole thing about this was happy wife, happy life, and that was what kind of jump started the whole thing a few weeks ago. When we said, no, let's talk about that next week. And how do you preferably feel? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but how do you preferably feel about
it's
happy,
the truth. It's
happy
the truth.
wife, happy life?
It's the truth, man. I'm not. Listen, I always learned that I'm not trying to downgrade women, but it's always something, and long as they happy, man, you keep them happy, man. Keep them happy, everything is good, man. You don't get me wrong, you're gonna get into little conflict, disagreements or whatever, but like I told you, that old couple in the store, I couldn't believe what the man said. How he said it just like that to me, and they was married 50-something years. I'm like, damn, he lasted.
He said, tell her that.
Yeah, he said to me just like that. He said, yo, tell her that. I'm like, yo, old man. And every older person I see, they tell me that, though. Happy wife, happy life. And, you keep them happy, they're going to keep you on your toes, man. They keep you on your...
You know what I got to say about that, though?
What?
I completely disagree.
Why?
I completely disagree. It ain't just happy wife, happy life.
It's happy both of us.
Yeah. And then sometimes the happiness shift might not be celebrated for both of us. But we give and take. I see a lot of people, and let me take that back. I seen some people. I don't want to say a lot of people. Like it's just a wide range of people who are in situations to make their wife as happy, and they miserable, bro. Their life is not happy, bro. But the beef, no beef happening. But they miserable, bro.
But they miserable. They miserable because they're not doing it all the time. They miserable. A lot of people do it once in a blue moon.
No, I'm talking about the guy.
The guy does it once in a blue moon.
Does what once in a blue moon?
Whatever he's doing.
Man, he's making her happy. He's not
making her happy.
He is. He's not making himself happy.
But that's why it's not working.
That's what's the...
You always got to make yourself happy before you do anything. Spud. So if I'm happy, I'm gonna make sure that, you know, we both, you know, it might be a day I'm down. As long as I see her and we chilling. Yo, Lil Nate, what's up, man? Stop putting on the
Nate.
screen.
That's Nate?
Yeah, that's Lil Nate.
Okay, I see you, Ghost. I know who that was.
Nah, that's Lil Nate, yo.
They just keep putting yo. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
You know, and I just learned, you know, you just got to make them happy, man. It ain't about... And the relationship is not supposed to be like that. But at the end of the day, we good. We just chilling, man. We chilling.
So it's no happy husband, happy life?
I'm happy. As long as I'm saying.
I'm talking about the phrase.
Yeah, that never...
I mean the phrase itself. Like,
you know that done. Come on, Joe.
Like, come on, man.
You know, like you just said, I'm going to bring it back to Father's Day now. You know, Father's Day is a what?
It's another day.
You understand?
That day
to them is what?
We be getting dubbed on Father's Day.
So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You just try to set me up with that question. So I couldn't answer it. That's why I said I'm not answering that. Because it's like nothing.
Father's Day, we be getting dubbed, bro.
You know that to love you. When you love somebody, Spud, you're gonna make sure that they happy, Spud. And you know when you do it once in a blue moon, women see that. Women like recorders, bro. They record everything. They go back. You know, it's a lot of things that they remember.
Yeah. Miss J and Ace was saying a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said. You know, it also believes us as adults need breaks. We do, you know, boys' vacation. You do need your own, and that's one thing in a relationship I think dissolves or creates conflict when and this is just me. This is what I believe. When it's just everything y'all. The moment you find one thing, or the moment she finds one thing, it creates a disruption, and people feel. Stop lying.
I ain't say I wasn't happy.
He said he wasn't happy.
I said I'm happy, Nate. I ain't say I wasn't happy, Nate.
You about to get jumped.
I tell you, Nate. If I tell you, look, my son is involved, and like I said, not to change up. I just seen Ace say that he's not ashamed to say that he washed clothes, cooked. That's what real men do, bro. That's what real men do. That's what real men do. Up. Take care of the family, man.
You do what
you know. You got to do it, man.
I cook. I clean. Matter of fact, I could say this on air. I think I cook. I think I clean better than anyone in my household because I'm meticulous. You know what I'm saying? But it's when it's a teamwork, there isn't no limitation.
That's right.
Or let me take that back. There is minimal limitation. I'm not gonna say there's no limitation because there's some things I am not doing. There are some things that I'm not doing, but that's me and my character, my beliefs, my thing. And there's an understanding to what the limitations are. You know, there's some things I won't expect her to do. You know what I'm saying? There's things that I will not expect her to do at all. I would take that in. But it's when you're a team.
You gotta be a team.
You gotta be a team.
You have to be a team. It can't be no I in the team, in a relationship. It can't. You know, and when kids is involved, things really be different. And real men will take care of the kids, the household, and everything they have to do.
Yeah. Like Miss Jackson said, men make sacrifices for peace, to keep peace.
You have to.
And we do.
We always do.
We do. We do. Because I think the balance in households or in relationships, men, I'm not gonna say are not emotional. We have a less expressional essence with our emotions, and our counterparts are more vocal or expressive in their emotions. So there's a duality to the concept of emotions, but we hold a lot more than we say or show. We hold a lot more than we say or show. We tolerate a lot more than we say and we show it. It's just the truth.
I don't I don't know, Spud. I try not to like even in little arguments, man. I try to just try to nip it in the bud, man. I don't want to. I just want to make sure that everything is good, and the relationship can't just be about me. It has to be about us, and relationships are hard, man. It's hard, and the less you fight and do the stuff that's why I always say happy life, happy wife. Make her happy. She ain't gonna fight. She's still gonna blicker, but it's cool. But it ain't a bad,
It ain't a bad, yeah, yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
I mean, we are people. We are people, and we have different things that may turn us in a different direction, and also we have things that we don't say between the male and the female, or the companions in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So I might, and I'm just gonna say an example. I might walk in the house every day and see dishes. I'm just giving an example, and don't say nothing. And then one day, my car, I got a ticket. I come and I see the dishes, and I'm like, "Yo, what up?" Now that initial "Yo, what up" is a buildup, and that happens a lot in relationships. I would say I would preferably say, and if any women that are on could attack me for this, but I would say I think women do a lot more of that than men in relationships. They'll see a sock and I'll say nothing. See a sock, and then one day something got them frustrated or mad, and that next sock's like this goddamn sock, and you be like, yo, it's just a sock. Like, what happened? What's going on?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck in my household, Spud. I don't get that.
That's good.
What I get is if I leave one dish in the sink. Like, sure, I'll clean the dishes. So if I leave like one dish in there, I ain't clean the dishes. So I go to bed, and I'll wake up in the morning and she'll be like, you didn't clean the dishes. I say, what? It's only one little, probably would be a little thing, but see, that's the little shit I go through. But I go wash clothes, I go food shopping, whatever her and my kids need, I'm there. I love it. Yeah. And I ain't gonna front. She taught me, Spud. She taught me how to handle responsibilities and be more and do on my toes, bro.
And that's very important. That bonding of strengths and weaknesses, and lifting, and sometimes holding. Like, sometimes you gotta hold, like, yo, chill, I got it, or nah, we're gonna do this different. And that's what creates really strong bonds in relationships, is that growth period to understand. But I also think one of the key elements to a really good relationship is not holding someone where you met them. People don't grow. They meet you one way in a relationship. In life, we're forever growing. We're growing up, and then growing older. Things that we normally would do or have done may change. Things that we normally like may change. In the relationship, I feel people can't forget to grow and learn the person that they with. Each step of the way, you got to continuously learn the person you with. That's very important. And that sometimes comes up in ways of debates, arguments, maybe a little bickering. It comes in many different forms. But I don't think not a lot of relationships. I'm going to stop saying a lot of
majority of them.
I'm just going to say
people don't learn each other.
They don't learn each other. They don't learn each other.
And you know what?
They holding on to who they met.
I never thought about that until, we would get into like little confrontations, and I didn't know how to express myself. I didn't know what to say. My expression was to curse and say like crazy things, and you wake up in the morning feeling like garbage, bro. You feel bad, like, yo, did I really just say that? Like, did we go that far to go through this? And I learned, Spud, it's not that serious, man. You know, if you can learn somebody and communicate, even if you don't want to talk, let things die down and come back.
Come back.
You know, don't just walk away and think somebody on it, because there's always somebody on the outside that's lonely and don't have nothing and just tell you all the wrong things to do.
Yeah.
You know, you get easily influenced to stupidity, man.
And people, any and anybody who is in a relationship, right? And this is my advice, y'all. Please don't take relationship advice from people who ain't in one. Please stop.
Especially the women.
Please stop. Please stop taking advice from someone who ain't in one, bro. And if they in one and they ain't doing good in one, please stop. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of that. I see a lot of people not in relationships got a lot of commentary, advice, and suggestions.
Those are the counselors
of how it works.
Those are the counselors.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking championship advice from somebody who ain't never been to the chips, bro. Never been to the chips. I'm good. I'm not doing it.
That's a good quote, Ace. Everybody wants everything fast. Let it grow. Gotta water it like a flower. That's right.
Yeah.
You know, and people don't take time.
No,
you know, they want to rush. You know, everything ain't a rush, man. You got to know somebody. You got to really take time to get to know them. The in and out of them, man. The good, the bad.
But even now, with how we socialize, is everything's fast forwarded. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fast forwarded. I mean, from how people meet. Some people just meeting by swiping. You know, they swiping on the app. Oh, this person, bang, let's go on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole social construct that's been interrupted in relationships. You know what I mean?
Listen, if I got to meet you off a swipe, we don't need to be together.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Some people have great relationships after it.
I'm not saying it in a bad way,
you know
bro,
what I'm saying? Some people,
even them dating apps, and all that, like
Uber Eats a relationship.
Nah, hell, Uber Eats, hell no, bro.
Uber Eats a relationship.
That's crazy. Like going on them websites and meeting people. I'm not saying it can't work, but what's the what are we talking about? What are we gonna get to know each other like?
Post a picture.
Yeah, like for what?
Post a picture. And that's what I mean about how the social construct has took a different turn. So with the social construct changing, how people adapt or even attempt to go into a relationship has changed to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like how people do it. Like does courtship even exist anymore? Like do people court and do they do that no more? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm out the loop, so it don't seem like it. You know what I'm saying?
I take advice from all my friends that are married or got kids, and but my friends that anyway, I ain't got a lot of friends like that anyway. So if I go to you, you can't just go to anybody. Even some of your friends will tell you the wrong advice because they miserable. You know like real friends ain't gonna tell you no bullshit. They ain't gonna sugarcoat it. They not gonna do none of that, man. And in marriage, it take a lot. Marriage and being in a relationship take a lot. Takes time, a long time.
Yeah.
You learn every day. Every day you learn, and
every day.
And when you together, you together. Ain't no, oh, she ain't got it. No, she got it because you got it. And we got it because she got it. Whatever. Vice versa. And I just, nowadays, these people, like even, listen, this younger version, I don't know how they gonna get husbands and wives, bro.
I don't think they thinking about one. The concept is...
Boss, what up, boss, man?
They're not even thinking about it. Yo, salute to everybody who's jumping on. I see you, boss. Crash the TV. Crash the industry. I see you. Shout out to everybody that's on. I don't think the younger generation's mind frame is in the concept of marriage.
They don't even care, bro.
It's about that tonight. You know what I'm saying? They living for tonight. How many people they could probably run down and bag, and I don't think the concept of that is something that's a big thing.
Even now, like, I'm not saying it like it's crazy, but You know, I go on the gram and I hear women talking about if my man don't make 10 million. I'm like, what the?
That's why she ain't got no man. Because even if he got 10 million, for you to say that and approach a situation like that, who want to be around that? Who want to be around that? You already putting a stipulation on a financial structure instead of the figure, instead of the person in front of you. Moral standards, comfort. Not even. She even skipped looks. Like she went straight for the bread. So it tells me what you have in your priority. Who want to be around that if that's your priority?
That's
What
wild,
what do you
bro.
bring to the table? What do you bring to your table? Cause let's be 100%. It ain't head or pussy.
It gotta be. It gotta.
You could,
She must think she
if
the
it,
best thing on the earth. Cause a lot of them do think that though.
people could go and get that if it's just about that. So what do you bring to the table, bro? Like
A lot of them think about that, Spud. That's all they got to offer though. That's all they have to offer though. That's all. They don't have nothing else. They can't cook. They can't do shit. They can't do nothing. And you want to buy bags you can't even spell. Tell her spell the bag she want.
yo,
They crazy. Listen, this generation is bugged out, bro. When it come to, I feel bad for them,
I'm telling you,
bro.
the social construct is diminished, bro. How people socialize. I mean, you spend a day. Man, I had to take the train a few weeks ago when my car was in the shop, bro. And I was in the train like, yo, I'm in the twilight zone, bro. It's crazy, bro. From the conversations I'm hearing, the disregard. I'm like, yo, y'all don't see all these women, pregnant ladies standing on the train. I'm like, man, you want a seat? I gave her my seat. People looking at me like I'm a foreigner. Like, yo, he gave her the seat.
Yeah, they don't care.
He tripping. Like, I just out there like I'm hearing the girls talk like guys. Yo, suck my like they out there raggedy. The dudes is in there with purses. I'm on there like, yo, what is going on out here, bro?
It's the world we live in.
And again, I'm not whatever you choose and however you choose to be is perfectly fine, but there is an issue that I see, especially with our young people, in how we socially act. I'm not talking about personally. I'm not talking about biologically. I'm talking about how we socially act and how it's affecting the social construct, man.
Yeah, he's right. Big A said, us as men don't hit our threshold until we about 40.
Yeah,
And you know, Spud,
we
not to cut it off, Spud, I stopped, like, at that age, like around 35, I started realizing that it was time, like, to chill, bro.
I get you.
Like, you know, this to just...
I used to hear that phrase a lot. I used to hear, and I a little bit of that. I understand what they mean, but I don't hold it as a fact anymore. I think that was something, and biologically, the biological clock, yes, women do mature much faster, but a lot of the maturity is, and I don't want to use the word hollow, but it's non-experienced maturity. You know what I'm saying? It's a presentation without any accolade behind it. And I think for a long time we misconstrued that concept of, women mature faster as like they had it together. And sometimes that leaves a false premise on women, especially at a younger age, who still didn't develop the experiences, the knowledge, the wisdom, all the stuff that responsibility carries. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting. It's interesting to hear that, but I don't completely agree with that anymore. I used to.
I didn't Spud, one day I went home and my pops told me, yo, I see you with a lot of different ladies. Do they got a 401k plan? I looked at him like he was stupid. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you bugging, bro? Like, what does that mean? And he's like, yo, bro, you spending money, you doing everything, and they have nothing to offer you. And bro, I went home one day and I was like, it's over. It's over. It don't make any sense. And when I met my wife, I was like, I thought I would never get married and be with somebody, bro.
Wow.
That's how real it was, bro, because I was outside. I didn't, Man, I go to club Friday, Saturday. Everybody in there. I'm like, yo, it's this, and after a while you get bored of doing that. It don't be no fun in the club. And I just knew that just going home to that one person now is like, it's good, bro, to not hide the phones and
just be
yourself,
just
man.
Be, bro. Just be the safety and the comfortability, the peace, bro. The peace.
That's the best part, bro.
To be, bro. Just to be. I feel you, man. I was okay. I was a kid, so balling and all that didn't make John. I was running around doing what kids did. You know what I'm saying? We tried to stick our stuff into anything we could, right, as a kid. And then when I got out, I had nothing. So I ain't even have money to ball and spend money. But I will say, a lot of women, I guess, I don't know, they had investment. A lot of women didn't care. When I came home and I ain't had nothing, no one shunned me for not having nothing. But I realized in a lot of relationships, no one was willing to let me grow. That was one thing. There was people who took me out, had cars, would scoop me up, put money in my pocket. But every time I spoke about, like, yeah, I got this plan, man, I'm gonna do this music. And it was like, don't even worry about that. Like, you wildin'. Don't even do that music shit. What you talking about? You 28 years old, man. Blah, blah. And I'm like, damn. And when I reconnected with my wife, it was like, I'm gonna do this music thing. And she was like, wow, great. Like, you should do that. Like, when you go into the studio, and it wasn't even, and it was like, I'm not even gonna hover you. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, do it.
See how far,
and I had nothing. I had nothing, bro. I had nothing, and my thing was like, since I had nothing, and I don't want to say I had nothing. I mean, I wasn't financially stable at all. I only made $120 a week, bro. That's all I made a week. $128 a week, bro. You know what I mean? So I would add on other ways. You know what I'm saying? I found my pocket. I knew my role. I wasn't the starting point guard in the team. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was the shooting guard. She was running point. I would just be like, yo, the wing. You know what I'm saying? And until I was like, step my shit up, and then I was like, starting point guard and all that. But that room to grow was powerful, bro.
You know what the crazy part is, but I went with my wife and then paid bills for 2 years. For 2 years. She ain't asked me for $1, nothing. And one day, I was telling her this recently. One day I said, yo, you need it? Like, you don't want no money or nothing? That was the worst thing I did, Spud.
Yeah, D. She was like,
she said, oh, you got it?
All right, boom, here.
For 2 years. For 2 years, I swear, Spud.
Hold that down.
2 years.
She ran point.
Yeah, she ran.
She ran point.
She was all of it.
And then you was like, yo, pass me the rock.
She was all of it. I came off the bench. I came off the bench. Yeah,
came in.
I came in.
She hands you the rock.
Once she passed it to me, and I said it like humbly. I said, you know, you gotta ask me for money. Like, she looked at me and was like, okay.
He ready.
And from that day on,
my man ready.
From that day on,
you ran point.
She said, and look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I came out, I ain't had no job. Had no job. Had nothing. And my wife. That's another thing. My wife when I got out, Spud, I just met her. And I was going through the schooling. I was in school. I had to go to 3 weeks of school for free. I was borrowing money from my pops. Not saying nothing. So the first checks was his. Had to pay him back.
Had to send that back. But
I like me and her. She was like, she didn't ask me for $1. She cooked. You know, she cooked. That surprised me. Cause I was always dipping and running, like, you know, we young, we don't care.
We make it work out. We work.
You know, when you outside in the street, you don't care. And how I knew she was gonna be, like, my wife's Spud, she didn't never like down me, bro. She ain't never down me. She never violated, bro. She never violated like them other girls. I already knew I was gonna run the streets, bro. I already knew I was gonna run the streets, and when she told me, "Oh, I don't drink or smoke," I was like, "What?" She was like, "I don't even party." I was like, "Oh, that's what's up. I think I found one."
Yes, what's
Got
up?
the food. Got the food. I ate the food on a hunt, like on a sneak, cause I'm like, yo, she might try to kill me. I don't know. I ate the grub. I was like, oh shit, and she could cook. She was a neat freak. She was washing. I was like, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I'm good. And listen, Spud, I ain't gonna say I was for the first. Listen, I gave her hell, man, and
I mean,
that's one thing. That's
the
one thing.
development stages.
But that development, man. You know what, Spud? Like I say, you can't hurt people that don't deserve it. And you know, I didn't understand, but I didn't know what to be with somebody was, bro. I ain't had nobody. I always used to just dip and dive, yo. I'm outside every day, and you know, it's cool, bro. I be around dudes that's 50-some years old and they don't even got wives, nothing, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, damn,
Yeah,
son, I
bro.
never want to be like this, bro.
That's tough, bro.
And
That's tough.
I tell her every day, like, she tell me every day, yo, I'm grateful. Nah, I'm grateful.
Grateful.
We grateful. Like, we just grateful, bro. And when times is hard, I go home and just...
Shout out to D, because I know he crazy.
I ain't crazy.
She
crazy.
I know he crazy.
She crazy.
Well, she got to be a little crazy to deal with crazy.
She more
That's
crazy.
how crazy works.
She more crazy, Spud. I ain't lying. She's cool. She's cool around you, but she's crazy, Spud. I'm going to keep it a buck. She's
dig
crazy.
It. Crazy makes crazy work.
She's crazy.
I ain't all there. I got a few screws.
She told me.
Crazy
this morning.
glue and staples.
She told me this morning. She told me. Matter of fact, before I got here, she said, "You better talk about relationships. You say something, I'm gonna bop you upside your head." I said, all right, we good. I said, we good. I'm not gonna say nothing.
LD, you can't be beating up on the co-host, man. I need him good.
You know, nah, listen, we good, Spud, you see? But like I say, Spud, my partner, we coolin' and look crazy smart. I told you she be bugging. And everything is like, yo, if I tell her something and that shit come true, Spud, she be like, what I tell you?
Oh yeah, she on you.
Oh my God, yo.
She on you.
I be in the crib like, yo, I can't believe I just did this shit.
Miss J said, she said, how was the adjustment from prison to marriage? There was a gray area from prison, because when I got out, I was like, I'm scouring the land.
Free.
That's how I was. Everything's a go. Everything's a go. I'm getting at every single thing. Everything's a go. It's going down. It's going down. And I remember reconnecting. She wasn't my wife, but my wife at the time, and we was walking. We went from dinner some, and she said to me like this: "Enjoy. Go out there, figure out, see what you like, do what you do. I'm here when you ready. Do your thing." And I found that so like, huh? What? She's like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna ever hold you back. Do what you do. And I was like, man, that ain't gonna work too long. And then there was one time I was at some girl house. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck am I doing in this shit, bro? Her food sucks. Her attitude's nasty. I can't stand 20 minutes with... Man, I got up. She's like, where you going? I'm like, I'm out of here, B. Walk through the door. She's like, where you going? I'm like, I'm done. Like, I had to really like... Because after a while, I was like, what are we doing? Like, what am I doing? I'm not happy here. I'm not comfortable here. I'm not getting fed. And I don't mean food. I mean, like, my mind, my soul, my inspiration wasn't getting fed. I was like, yo, what am I doing? I got somebody who's like, yo, I'm not even going to hold you. Like, run, but I'm right here, but run. I caught myself, man. I was in a spot. I just was like, man, bro, I'm sitting there on the sofa like this. I don't even want to touch nothing. I'm like, what am I doing here, bro? You know what I mean? So the transition, it wasn't a hard transition, because when you find and see and get something that fuels you, it's not a question. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, what do I do with this? Man, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
This is where I want to be. Like, I'm happy here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy here. This is where I want to be. So.
Put my feet up on the couch, yo, and just
Peace, bro.
Yeah.
Peace, bro. Like we use that word loosely, but having peace, like peace of mind, a space is so beautiful, bro. And then if you have someone, a companion within that space,
You go outside
cool.
and it's just cool, bro.
what is it? I'm in a relationship with two women for a minute, so time don't fight. So they don't fight, but I train them to get along. I love my knife and my gun.
There you go. Nothing wrong, man.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But it's interesting, man. It's really interesting, man. Relationships, man. It's really...
They listen to the things that I hear now. I'll be like, God damn, how they last so long?
But I will say, and I'm gonna say this out loud. You know me, I gotta be a devil advocate on it. My beautiful ladies out there who are in relationships, don't forget that you're
I'm
still.
not saying nothing 'cause I don't want to sleep on the couch.
Don't forget. Don't forget, and I'm just putting it in the atmosphere because I think a lot of times, when women are in a relationship, they are in seek of their comfortability. Don't forget to make homeboy feel comfortable. Don't forget to have him share his day or his vulnerability because we gotta be strong all day long. We hold up mountains all day long. Sometimes we just need to put it down for a second. So that's just my advice. Don't forget that, y'all. And for the women who give a shot for that, trust and believe. You will see the intensified intensity of the relationship go in a very good way of your own progression in these very moments. That's what I'm gonna say. That was a disclaimer. I just put it out there. That was all on my own doing. They had nothing to do.
I don't got nothing to do with that.
They had nothing to do.
Whatever he
with
says, that's on him. I'm going home. I go home. Look, she says, sweetheart, speak your mind. You might be helping someone. Look, I put my hands up. They said, come on, preach, Reverend Shu. There he goes. He's right next to me.
Nah, I'm just
I
saying.
put my hand up. Whatever listen, that's on him.
Now, and I'm gonna even go on another limb. I'm gonna go on another limb. I gotta go on another limb. Just one more limb. And I would love some feedback from all the women, especially if you're in a relationship. I would love the feedback. But women love to say, tell me. Like they wanna know. I want you to tell me. Y'all don't really always wanna know.
No, they want to know.
No, they don't.
I'm telling you,
no, they don't.
They want to know.
No, you know what I'm gonna say it. And y'all can feel free to murder me online. It's perfectly fine. I'm gonna say they want to hear what they want. They don't want to know. A lot of times they want to hear what they want. That's what they want to hear. I understand that. But a lot of times that's what it is. I'm telling you. They want to hear what they want to hear. They want to hear what they want to hear. What they want to know. It's true. There's nothing wrong with that. It's true.
Man, listen.
It's true. It's true.
I put my head down because shit don't be right.
I would like some feedback from the women that's on the chat. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel? I would like some feedback. Y'all can get at me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bernice. I came to give you some taps. Shout out to Bernice. Yeah, I would like to hear the feedback on that. Because you hear it a lot. Just tell me. No, y'all don't really want to know that. Just tell me. Y'all don't really want to know. Y'all want the comfortability to be comforted in what you want to hear.
I don't even know what they want to know. I'm keeping it a buck.
My man said, I don't even know.
What you want me to tell you?
Ms. Jackson said, we don't want to know. We just want to be nosy and hear something good.
She said, what is the question?
The question, Bernice, is women in relationships a lot of times be saying, like, tell me. Like, tell me the truth. Tell me. They want to know. A lot of times they don't really want to know. They just want a confirmation in something that they want. They want you to confirm something that they really want. It's not the truth. They don't really want the gut-wrenching truth. No.
They know already.
They don't.
I promise you,
bro.
They
don't. They want to ask. They'll just throw a pot at you or something or beef. They don't. They don't.
I don't know.
They don't. When that time comes, when a woman says to you, "Tell me the truth," they are seeking comfort for a feeling that they're having. It's not the truth they're seeking. They're letting you know how much they need confirmation for their comfortability.
I told you, look, no, we already know.
Nah,
I promise you.
I ain't going for it.
They
I ain't
did.
going for it.
Listen.
No. They don't. They wouldn't ask.
You know, they ask because they want to know if you're going to tell.
No.
They want to know if you're going to tell.
They ask because they want security and their comfortability. That's why they ask. They want comfortability. They letting you know that they discomfort and they want to know. And they're stressing to you the severity of their feelings of why they're saying, like, tell me.
But if you tell them the truth.
Because if they know, they not asking, bro.
Listen, man. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to get it. I'm not getting in trouble.
He said, Bernie said, nope, not true. I always want the truth. And I get it. Not everybody wants, you know.
I don't know if they. That's the problem. Can you handle the truth? That's the worst part.
I'm gonna stop you. You're crossing into my territory.
No,
I don't know if you want to hang out with me.
I'm just saying.
I want to hear this, but I don't know.
I'm just saying. Can you handle it? Like, and what do you want to know if you already know? If you say you know,
you don't know. You don't know. That's what I mean. You don't know.
It's scary. That's a scary situation, bro.
But in those moments, in those very moments, as a man. In those moments, and a man, this is when care and love comes into. When that moment comes, and they're saying that, it's to seek the balance between us. So we have to find a way to say what they want to hear, but we still have a responsibility to dress it in the comfortability of our significant others. You have to. You have to. Women are highly emotional, especially with discomfort.
I think they feel it.
We have a responsibility.
They feel it, Spud. They feel it.
They do. They feel what?
They feel everything.
No. They having a feeling and knowing is two different.
Yeah,
things.
But they feel it. Something.
It's two different things.
Something I don't know.
Because feelings, a high percentage of the time, when they have a discomfort of what you're doing or you out and about too long, I could go on a limb. I don't even want over 50% of that time they're wrong. Half the time we ain't doing shit. We haven't got time, talking shit, shooting the shit, laughing. Where you at? What's wrong? What's going on? It's a lot of times it's not about knowing. It's about the discomfort of the possibilities. Women really stress the possibilities. We don't be thinking about the possibilities. We don't be thinking about that. When they go out with their friend, we not thinking about the possibilities. But a woman would sit there and think about the possibilities, causing a discomfort, bro. They will. But that's and I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I understand that possibility. And I understand why they feel that. And the chemical balances between man and women that promote that. But I'm just being true. And I'm not saying it like a bad thing. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing at all. I'm not, and I hope I don't come off like I'm saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's true. It's a discomfort.
It's just
of possibility, not even fact. It's not fact. It's possibility. Now, if the dude is a dirtbag, the discomfort of a possibility heightens because his character base. That I can't argue. If he's a dirtbag, he's a dirtbag, or vice versa. If she's a dirtbag, she's a you know what I'm saying? So the possibility heightens. It does, and possibly creates dysfunction or discomfort.
It's scary, bro. That's a scary situation, bro. I'm telling you. And when they asked, they was already snooping. They were snooping, or they know something, or somebody told. Somebody says something. I don't know. But somebody went, listen, women.
She said, no, sorry. She said, no, believe me, we know. I don't agree. I don't agree. They have an inkling or curiosity because of possibility, man. It's based on possibility. If I go to a club, right? If I go to a club, there's a high possibility that there's going to be a woman there. right? There's gonna be
they everywhere.
So now, if I go to the club and I say, yeah, I'm gonna be at the club from midnight to 3, I'll be back, and then 4 o'clock hit. That possibility of a woman being in the club heightens to the possibility something else happened. So then it goes with the, let me see where you at. But I might not have service generally. And then that heightens, yo, you ain't answer me. Now the fury comes in. It be the possibility. Now, could the possibility be correct? Yes. But possibility don't mean the truth or knowing. It don't. It's probable. A lot of issues in relationships due to the probability. I'm serious. On both ends, not just women. Men too. Yo, she going out. It's built on probability, not knowing.
Look, she said we are detectives. I believe it.
Yeah, no, they are. Whoop. They are detectives. They are
POs, everything.
And you know what a detective bases on? Motive. You know what motive is? A guess. Any detective builds a case on motive. Motive is a guess. What they guess? Probability. Was he at the scene? Yes. What was his motive? Well, they had an argument before, so he could have done it. We could paint it 1,000 different ways. It's probability, bro. It falls to probability unless you caught it red-handed. And I'm not saying 90%. I'm not saying it's always probability. But a high percentage of it is probability, bro. The assumption of possible. I'm telling you.
I ain't going through that shit no more, bro. I don't want no probabilities, the cops, no detectives, nothing.
Yo.
Keep that shit. Keep that shit.
The cops, the detectives.
Anything. I don't want none of that shit. I'm listen, I don't want none of that shit. I'm good. I just sit back and listen. I'm good. I just came from my man crib, bro, and it's.
Is that true? Ms. Jackson said we're always trying to protect and control situations. That's why we want to know. Is that true, ladies? Ms. Jackson stated that. Do the women that
Berg,
are on?
What up, Berg?
Berg, what's good? Do the women that are on feel that way? That they want to control and protect situations. This is why they always want to know. And I'm asking.
I don't think so, bro.
But you don't think it's that they want to know? So they
look, no evidence. Your mood, your mood, your habits. You know what?
I mean, mood. Those could give a sign of something.
But what? What is your mood like?
It could. But
how?
But then it goes back to probability of assumption. If in the terms of relationships, if the phone is always on the table, right, in a relationship, and then miraculously the phone is hidden, that's a probable of assumption. Hey, what's this? Then you know what people do with assumptions? This is the worst part about assumptions. We always try to make them make sense. So we place things to make assumptions make sense, right? So we be like, oh, he or she, they doing this. So now what we do, we investigate in that. The sad thing about investigating, when you investigate in emotion, you're gonna find things that make your assumption true, bro. Cause if you go into something with a mindset like, yo, this motherfucker did this, you start looking, shit start looking like it makes sense. It start adding because you're in search of making the assumption true because that's your motive. You know what I'm saying? So, but evidence and mood can initiate that probability, man. I'm telling you, it goes to probability. 90% of the times, it goes to now. Your probability could be correct. Your investigative work could be correct. Your observation of mood and habits could be correct. It could be, but it all starts from probability of assumption.
You know what I'm saying? Well, my mood.
Bernie said, "Okay, I can't with this conversation."
My mood swings was fucked up then. Because my telephone never rung. I swear to God. Right? And my wife told me one day, she said, your shit never rings. And I was like, what the fuck? Look, I'm getting caught in my own bullshit. I'm gonna get beat up tonight, but nah. You know the best
Nah,
part is
today was a good
you
conversation.
know
Wasn't a
you
bad
know the best
conversation.
part is, but that I could talk about this shit now. You understand? I could talk about
That's
this
the
shit, and this is the best part that I could laugh and joke. Yo, she be telling me shit sometimes, and I be like, yo, word? That shit really like word? And that shit be wow, yo. I be like, damn, son. Yo, Spud, I used to take a shower with my shit. I used to take a shower with my phone, and I never let nobody touch it, nothing. My kids at that,
yeah.
and she like, you know, all the little shit you be doing, you're gonna get caught, yo. And I'm like, damn. One day that she said that shit, Spud, I end up doing some dumb shit, and I was asleep, Spud, and shit hit the fan, bro. I woke up, thought I was dreaming. I thought
Once I
I was
woke up,
dreaming.
I thought I was dreaming.
I swear, Spud, I thought I was dreaming, bro. And she used to tell me, like, yo, tell me. I ain't know how to. I ain't even know what to say. I ain't even know what to say, Spud. I didn't know what to say, bro. And you know, that shit is not a good feeling, bro.
It's not a good feeling on both spectrums. You know what I'm saying? For someone feeling possibility of betrayal or whatever the case may be, but in that very moment is very instrumental of what y'all mean because the value of it could get intensified. Sometimes, and I'm not gonna say get into shit to prove this, but sometimes people get comfortable and don't know what they have to the possibility of losing it or being disrupted. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
You know that you just said that I got comfortable, bro.
It
I got, and you know what? I didn't realize that what I was, what I was outside, like trying to figure out was never nothing outside. There was never nothing outside. So you know, I had to learn. I had to learn myself before anything. So it was hard enough for me to just be Nate, like to be cool, and I'm cool,
yeah.
but I always wanted to do something, and now like I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
And I don't want to get too deep on that, but when it comes into relationships and you said, yo, I wanted to do something. And this is why this is why there is an importance of individuals in relationships to have something that they do, because when y'all come back together, it intensifies that y'all unit as relationships, even friends, significant others, whatever. The having something that goes, and a lot of times we associate that with work. The problem with that being with work, when we go to work, we're being absorbed, so we give up a lot of energy. So then when we come home, it feels like rest time. So that separation of work, nah, it got to be something that fuels you. So whether it's a hobby, dancing, hanging out with your girls, having a boys' night, doing a podcast, whatever that is, go see your family, things that fuel you. In relationships, you most definitely got to do things that fuel you, that doesn't have to do with your significant other, so that y'all have that time to intensify that. Because when you're around, you're gonna get you get that. It happens. The comfortability, or even the annoyance of not being able to do. People don't realize how that affects them in relationships. You know what I'm saying? They sitting there like, damn, I wanna do this, but I am gonna do this and do this, and it happens. But having something that's yours, you know what I'm saying, that you do, and even could come back to the table and talk about it, or make fun, or crack jokes, and have that, and build, because it's important to have interdependency. So you're independently have your thing, but interdependency where y'all together. That's a very important thing. Interdependency is very important.
You know, the worst part is when they ask you like, "Yo, tell me the truth," and you just look at them like, "What the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to say?" And you know, at the end, sometimes, but I would be just sit back like, "Damn." Like, should I? Like,
But even in those moments, you're finding you, and that's the growth. Because if you can't find the development in yourself, how you develop with someone, you know what I'm saying? And situations when we're faced with those give us the moment to really see how you can build. You know what I mean? And that's the development, that growth, that continuous growth that we gotta have in relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's a continued growth and learning the person. Learn the person, you know what I'm saying? Or learning that next phase of the person is important, bro.
this is why I stay home, bro. Stay home, bro.
My man said this is why I stay home, bro.
I stay home, and
Shout out to Lord.
you know, the outside ain't a good place to be,
Berg
man.
said I'm stuck in a relationship and I'm the worst, shaking my head. It ain't that I don't know. He said it's better to stay home.
See, it's better to stay home, bro.
I feel you. Now, could we find a way? Can we find a way to not? I don't want to say rephrase it. Can we find a way to make that mean different? Because when we fuel ourselves, especially as men, when we fuel ourselves with the concept, that's why it's better to stay home. We limit the value of what that really means just to security. You know what I'm saying? And it's more than just security.
I'm not saying that like in a bad
No,
spot.
no.
It's just a lot
But
of
words are powerful,
words are very powerful,
and
but
we got to be careful.
outside for men. I'm not saying this for all men, but there's a lot of single women out here, bro.
Yeah, there is.
That don't have like. It's listen, man. It's my days back in the day, Spud. It was too easy, bro. I just couldn't believe how easy it was to go to like get women, bro. And now it's like worse, bro. It's just worse. A lot of women single. They want to live a life that it's like a fairy tale to them. And
It's a social media post,
yeah,
no?
and it's a lot to them. Like, it's scary, bro. A lot of women want what you have, and tell you all the wrong things to leave what you have to get with the person. It's scary, bro. And it's true. What just my wife said. When you have a daughter, you look at life different. You do, cause my daughter too. I try to make her understand that. She's at the age she's dating, and it's scary, bro. It's scary. I tell her all the time, like I can't like kick it to her like I really wanted to kick it to her. But it's hard, Spud. All I could tell her is that what you have is like it's priceless, bro. You're a woman. It's hard, Spud. I'm a man. And it's a lot. Even talking.
And you are the best.
I understand that to explain it to her,
bro.
But it's hard, Spud, because at the end of the day, she's gonna be herself. They try. They think they know, but they try, Spud, and then it could be a time where.
This is why you gotta talk. It's hard, but we are the best in our flaws, in our strengths, in our experience to talk to them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I talk.
I got 3 girls, bro. I don't even have a son, bro. I got 3 girls, bro. 3 girls, man. My friends be like, "Damn, son, you got 3 girls, bro." I'm not even scared, bro. I'm not scared. Cause I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna talk with them, and I'm gonna feed them as much as I could, the good, the bad, the ugly, and also be there when they experience it. Because no matter how much I talk, I could tell them how to ride a bike until they get on a bike. But I'm gonna be there. It's not hard, but it gotta be a conversation. Let me stop saying it gotta be. A conversation could be very valuable.
Spud. I look at my daughter like still she's young, and when she do like get into a situation, Spud, I had to catch myself and be like, damn, I didn't even let her speak. I didn't even let her express herself. You know, and it's hard, Spud, because when you got 3 daughters. I got one, and it's hard, bro. Cause I don't want nobody to take advantage of my daughter. I don't want nobody to do the shit that I was doing outside in the streets. But it's different, Spud. These kids are very different, bro.
They are.
You know, and talking to her is like, listen, I love the ground she walk on. So now, me being a father, I just got to make sure that I understand that, yeah, I might get tight, but I also have to listen.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't give her a chance to express herself. Or it's hard. And it's not hard. It's hard for me to suck up what's coming out of her. It's like what she's saying, and it's hard, bro. It's hard for me.
I dig it. And that's your next phase of growth.
And that's what's
You know what I'm
what's making
saying?
me
That's
understand
the next phase. Yeah.
the meaning of growth. But just having my daughter to be by her side no matter what. And it's hard, but it's hard when your child is starting to get bigger and starting to like boys, and
Oh, I know.
it's hard, bro.
I know. I know. My 13-year-old, she got a boy that she interested in, Alex. You know what I'm saying? I know the whole rundown. I know how they met. I know that they held hands. I know he bought her a gift. I know all that. And having the conversation, my thing is, I remember the 13-year-old me and what I was doing at 13. I'm so blessed that she has not experienced what I was going through or doing at 13. But I was going and experiencing that because I ain't talking to my parents. We didn't have these conversations. So what? I was left to figure it out with my curiosity. And I don't want them to be lost in their curiosity because some mistakes you only get one. You don't get a redo on some mistakes. Some mistakes is a lifetime mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't even want to say a mistake. Some actions is a lifetime repercussion. You know what I'm saying? That repercussion could be a gift later down in life. But I have that conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? I even the other day I tried to pull a quick one on her. She's talking about the kid. I'm asking about where he live and the homework. And I was like, so when's the first time y'all kissed? I said that. She was like, I didn't kiss him. Why you asked that? Now I was just doing reverse psychology to catch the conversation. But that opened up a whole conversation about kissing. And I'm hearing my 13-year-old discussing me like, nah, I don't think I'm there yet with him yet, but I really like him. And I'm hearing this conversation. And I could give my feedback, and now we could build, and now she comes to me and we could talk. Now, is it an easy conversation? No, it's not an easy conversation, but it's not a hard one for me. But I'd rather have that conversation than leave that room for the possibilities and then leave her in her curiosity to go figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the hard. See, that you said that at 13. I don't think I never spoke to my daughter about that. At 13, even when I found out that my daughter was like somebody, I didn't understand. And I didn't understand, Spud, because as being a little girl, like, I'm not looking at my daughter, her coming to me saying, yo, daddy, I like a boy. Like, what? Like a boy? And it's like, now it's like she's 18 and it's cool, but I just gotta let her speak and listen,
and
bro.
hear her out.
Hear her out, bro.
Feedback, but hear her out. You know what I'm saying? Hear her out, most definite. Most definitely. Like, I look at my girls, and there's sometimes I'll say, y'all gonna hurt a few hearts, and you're gonna have your little hearts hurt too. That is the journey of life. Like, I will be a fool to not think she ain't gonna cry one day because of something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be a fool, but me knowing that and knowing what is possibly ahead gives me a head start to start moving some of the trash out the way before. Now, I won't be able to move everything out the way for her. Some of the stuff she got to trip and bump her toe, and then we could stop there and be like, you see that right there? Well, what I was talking to you about down the road, this is what I meant now, which could strengthen my conversation later when I be like, so when you get up that road, you got to look out for this, because now it's giving my words more truth. So me knowing that, like, I'm growing and learning with them, but I'm having the comment like we had the period conversation.
Nah, I didn't. See, you got girls, but I never.
I got three
you
girls.
You gotta speak. See, like that. I don't. I don't talk to my daughters.
I got three girls, man, and when she got her first period, she was in school. She called me, Dad, I got my period. I'm like, okay, is the spotting? Is the flow heavy? Do you need to change the panties? Do you got? Because I knew it was coming. It's gonna come. I can't duck it, and I'm glad. I mean, she called me, bro. She called me, and
I would have not.
She called me. I'm there like, yo, what you need? You need to change. You know what I'm saying? How is it? How's the flow? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, no, I'm good, Dad. I'm all right, babe. You know what I'm saying? And then I told Mom bought balloons, and we made it something. You know, she bought balloons, and we kind of celebrated her transitions in her journey, and then we made it a conversation.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I done came on, there was balloons in the house, I broke all the fucking balloons. Fuck is balloons here for? The fuck is y'all celebrating?
Yeah, nigga.
Balloons? What the fuck is what's going on?
The balloons, man. Balloons.
I'm sorry, Spud. You see, that's my baby. That's my girl. Lil Nate.
I feel you.
You know, I was taught that as a child, Spud.
But there's things your girl needs you there because you know the journey. You know the journey from what she's going to face. Like we know, like me and you right now, we know every level of a man. We know the cornball, the bonehead, the idiot, the good guy,
even if
the
I
scary
told my
guy,
daughter that,
the thug. We know all the levels of what she can face.
I tell my daughter that now, yo, he's a cornball.
But you're gonna say everybody's a cornball, Nate. You can't say it for everybody. Man.
I'm sorry, man. It's just
Not
I was
everybody.
taught, yo, Spud. I was raised that way. You know, my family always used to tell me, yo, the dude come in the crib, he's not your man. Like, he's not your man. Don't ever, you know, and I don't know I don't know. I just thank God that my wife kick it with her, bro. And my wife would kick it to me in the bed, but
you
know, like, y'all gotta you gotta do that. Lil Nay, I got him.
And I'm not gonna say you doing it that way isn't productive. You know what I'm saying? I won't say that. I won't say that at all. But as a man, like they use this phrase, the first man that, you know, girls fall in love with is their dad. Like, as a man, we have a perspective that I don't care no one in the household has. And of course, Mom has a perspective that no one in the household has, but we have a perspective of what she's to face.
Yeah, but that's
and the mentalities of each age. Each age that she's going through, we was that age. We have friends that age. We did things in that age to girls her age. Like, we know every step of this journey, or we have an outline. I don't want to know because every journey could be different, but we have a perspective outline of every step that she could possibly face, bro. Every step. I gotta fill her in, bro.
You know, when we talk,
fill her in.
We talk. We talk, and I think my daughter won't tell me. My daughter probably won't.
No,
she'll tell me, but she'll know my reaction, and that's what kills it.
Yes.
You know, so I didn't know. That's why I'm saying I take things different that come from my daughter Kaya. I take things different. You know, I don't. Listen, she's 18. I gotta realize that here it comes. Like, this is it. You know, she's not a little kid, little baby girl no more. You know, even when I go to college, I look at her with makeup on her face. I be ready to smash this shit off her face. But that's my daughter. She's 18. She's grown. She's. You know, it's little things that I'm starting to adapt to, Spud.
I definitely.
You know.
Now. Now, can I ask you a question? How my man like, God damn it. My man looked at me like Spud. Like, what age were you when you lost your virginity?
13.
13 years old. With a 13-year-old.
No,
How old?
I don't want to.
She was older.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. 13-year-old. But 13-year-olds were around you at 13 with that experience of that. So you had after that experience, you had a whole new experience that now you could engage in, and you possibly flourished in that engagement beyond the curiosity. Now you going off a feel and the figuring out the lengths you can go.
But son, Spud.
This happening right now.
That's the worst thing in the world.
What?
That's the worst thing in the world, Spud.
It's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thing
at
in the world.
18, though. That's the good part. At 18, listen, at 18, whatever, 17, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I always was taught this. Boys, we was different, Spud. You understand? I don't know if it was in your household, but boys are different. The girls,
our generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We was taught, raised so that
we was taught, and this is my point. You think that ended? Do you think that ended? Like, you think these boys don't got that same feel of like, yeah, y'all could do what y'all do, but for them to do what they do, they need that counterpart.
But there's consequences to that.
And we got the counterparts. You know what I'm saying? We got the counter. Yes, there's consequences to it, but consequences only affect when it happened already. That's the only time consequences matter. Once it happened, then there's a consequence. So we got the counterparts to the activities that we know are happening. So I gotta be like, yo, listen, this is what could happen. This is what y'all, are you curious about it? Like, because the world will put them in situations that the consequences will have it. So before we have consequences, I want conversation. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have conversation, and I think we are. I'm not gonna say better suited. We have a perspective.
I give her advice. That's all.
We have a perspective that the moms don't or can't give. And
I give it a worse perspective.
Let me take that back. Not that they can't give. Not that they can't give, but they still give it from a perspective, from a different side. It's a different perspective.
I give her
same theory, different perspective.
I give her the worst scenarios, but I'm sorry.
I kill you.
No. I give her like the bad. Yeah, I will. I knock his fucking block off. I ain't lying. I don't care if she was. Listen, I tell her to this day, you could be married and all that. Like, it don't matter to me. I listen. You're gonna grow, Spud. But I just look at my daughter Kaya different, bro.
I respect
and I hold the, I hold her to like a high pedestal, bro, and like you do your daughters, and them conversations, I don't want to talk about that shit.
I respect it.
I'm sorry. I'd rather you talk to your moms, your aunts. Don't bring that shit to me.
I respect
Don't even my Lil Nate. I threaten Lil Nate to make sure that he understand. Nigga, you got problems too. You got it worse. Cause that thing will get you in a baby carriage, boy. So you figure it out. And just my daughter, I look at her very different, bro. Like, it's just now it's like it's a reality. Like, yeah.
And this reality is for a bigger movie. Like
this
reality continues on.
And that's the crazy part.
This reality only intensifies as we continue on. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reality. And that's something any parent, both parents, every parent has to come to grips with that reality. That it's going to happen.
Yeah. Listen, Spud, that's the things I didn't want to, like, being a daddy, having daughters, like, what? What you just told me? Like, you really just said that to me? And, like, I don't know how to take it. And To this day, my daughter looks at me. Yo, my daughter went to the prom, bro, and the dude went to grab her hand. She dropped that shit as soon as she saw me.
Nate, come on, Nate.
I'm just saying. I didn't tell her nothing.
You didn't have to.
But
you
I just give her a look. You know,
come on.
But I love her, Spud.
Spud,
I'm not saying I didn't, but
okay.
son, you know, my daughter respect me so much that son went to grab her hand and she dropped that shit. I know when they left, my daughter, listen, whatever, but around me, my daughter know that, listen, I'm not cool with
prom, though. Come on.
I don't care, prom,
bro.
wedding. Wedding's gonna be worse. I'm threatening son like 50 did in the garage.
I mean, you wanna.
You gotta be a good dude,
Spud. You wanna have a conversation with them, like a few Saturdays ago. It was a few months ago. My daughter says, "Hey, Dad, a friend of mine's want to take me to Five Below at McDonald's. Can I go?" I'm like, "Who's the friend?" He's like, "This boy named Rodney." I'm like, "I tell Rodney pull up." Rodney pulls up. I'm like, "Babe, give me a second." I say, "Rodney, what's the game plan today?" And he's telling me, "Sir, I want to go." And I'm reading his temperature, how he addresses me, how he looked me in my eye, and I shook his hand. And I was like, "All right, cool. I'm leaving the responsibility to make sure she's safe, man. You can handle that?" He was like, "Yeah, I see. That's my baby girl. I love her. So I'm gonna need you to take good care of her. I'm gonna let y'all go. I said, when you bring her back, make sure you ring my bell and you greet me before you leave." And then they started walking, and I was like, "Yo, Rodney, wrong side of the you got her on the wrong I screamed, "You got her on the wrong side, bro. She got to be inside, man." And he's like, "I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry." And she looking at me like, "Dad." And, you know, she left, and she went, gave her that time. And she came back. He rang the bell, shook my hand, and I went outside, and I was like, "Yo, thank you for honoring what I said." Afterwards, I sat down with her, and I was like, "How did that feel? Tell me your day. Tell me what happened." And I don't want to be out the loop. Because she could have told me, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to go to my friend's house. We're going to do homework." I'd be like, "All right, cool." And then she out yonder with Rodney, whoever I wouldn't even know, doing whatever. I don't need that. Because I know that activity. I know what that leads to. And I know how easy that activity can happen under our nose. We've done it.
We've done it. You know that you just said that? That's where I fucked up at. That's why I didn't understand, where I should have understood that I was that age too. You know, I just, remember, I only have one daughter, bro. And it's just, you know what? I didn't think it would ever be possible. I slept. I got comfortable, bro. I got comfortable and I was real overprotective, bro. I got real comfortable, bro.
But now...
Now it's cool.
But that's the development mark for you. That's the growth in your relationship now. You know what I'm saying? So don't even look at it like comfortability. It's the now. The now is everything. And this is your now. That's your now. Your now is, and it ain't easy, and it ain't fun. My man over here like, but this is your now.
You know, like if the nigga rung my doorbell.
So he wanna take her to go eat and buy her something at Five Below. Ring my bell. If you can't ring my bell, you ain't taking her nowhere, because then I feel like your intentions and how you're approaching the situation has no justified or moral standard for me to trust you with my little lady. So if you could be brave enough to ring my bell, I said, tell him ring my bell. No, don't go outside. Tell him ring my bell. Ask for me. Man, shorty rang my bell with the hand out. "How you doing, sir? My name is Rodney." I said, "You get good grades?" He was like, "They okay. I'm failing a few classes." I was like, "Why?" I said, "I don't really like math." And I'm talking to this kid, and it's not like the slickster, but I wouldn't have known that. Because she could easily snuck around. "Hey, Dad, I'm just going to go with my cousin. We're going to go to Five Below." Go ahead. They in Five Below with Rodney.
And you catch them.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's a whole different conversation. But I want to ring my bell, bro. You want to ring my bell. Let me check the temperature.
You know where I'm at?
Let me see. Let me see what sun built. Let me see what sun built.
That sound pretty good. I gotta check the temperature.
Check the temperature. You know what I'm saying? Because after a few handshakes, a few conversations, you can be like, yeah, sun right here, no, sun over here is slickster, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shorty was, he looked me in my eyes, shook my hand, even when I was like, yo, man, she on the wrong side, man. He said, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. You know what I'm saying? Then my daughter was like, yeah, he knew because I told him that my dad is this way. And he felt like he messed up. And I was like, in my head, I ain't say to her nothing, but in my head, I'm like, yeah, I feel like you messed up. Man, that shows me it means something. Because he could easily be like, man, yeah, she on the inside. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know, Spud, man. My daughter,
like the dude your daughter with right now, you know him?
I seen him before. I don't know.
You spoke to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't.
You spoke not like, yo, son, check this out. Check this out, B.
I never spoke to him.
You mushed him? You put the finger in the forehead?
Listen, like I say, if I don't get involved, Spud. I just sit back until the time hit the fan.
Talk to Scrap though. See what he.
I can't talk.
Check the temperature, bro.
Listen, the temperature is always gonna be up.
Check the temperature.
The temperature is up. Listen, if it ain't me, if it's not me, it's her uncles. It's somebody gonna be up.
I feel you.
And it go to a different. She's a girl. Like
I feel you.
We men. We think all the wrong things, bro.
Forget him. Forget him. Right. Forget him. The relationship with your daughter, that can open up a gateway for the next phases of growth, bro. It really could. I'm just a suggestion. It's not a have to. It's not even a must. I'm just sharing a possibility. I'm giving you a probable. We talked about probables earlier. I'm only giving you a probable. It's not facts. What I'm giving you is not facts. It's just a probable. This can possibly intensify the next phases of your relationship, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just talking to him. Because she'll see a new light. And I don't know. It could be. Or not. Or not. Keep son over there. If we gotta bust his head open when we see him. You know what I'm saying? We put son in the Yoko and all that. You know what I'm saying? I still got a few of those in me. So, you know, he ain't gonna know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Twist him up and all that. And I give you your name, we good. You know what I'm saying? I bent son up. We good, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen. I sit back. I just sit back, and that's one thing I gotta do. Like feel some temperature. That's it.
Yeah.
Go ask nigga questions. Like, yo, what up? Like, what's up? What you looking for?
I'm about to throw a boomerang. I'm about to throw a boomerang to our viewers, whether you're on TikTok or Instagram. We're about to go. I got this man right here works really hard. I want to make sure he get his rest. So we're about to cut the show in a few minutes. But I wanted to ask the viewers that are on right now if they had any questions for us as fathers. I know on our shows we pose a lot of questions and we have a lot of dialogue amongst each others that the viewers can watch. But I'm just opening the floor for the viewers before we go. If they had any questions for us as fathers or men, or just want to share some, please feel free. You know, I just wanted to open up the floor for that. I want to be mindful of that, and I love conversation. I'm never defensive in a stance. You know what I'm saying? I love conversation. I love building.
Too, man.
I love building. I think that's one
too,
great way
man.
to build is to have an opposing idea and finding a common ground. So please feel free if y'all got any question, man. Feel free. If not, we're gonna cut in about a minute or so and end the night, man.
I just want to end the night to say for all the people that's not getting help from the government, man. You know, I wish y'all the best, man, and just stay strong, man. It's gonna get better, man. It's gonna get better, man. You know, a lot of people rely on certain things, man, and it's gonna get rough, man. Like my man said a while ago, man, you gotta buckle that seatbelt tight, man. It's gonna get rough out here, man.
Yeah.
Watch your kids, man. Watch your family, man.
Real talk.
You know,
check on your people, man.
You know, check on them, man. Let's make sure everything is good, man.
Yeah, check on your peoples, man. It's a very interesting time to say the least, man. So check on your people, man. Especially if they older. It's so easy to forget the older people in our lives, man. Check on them, man, and check on that person that's right next to you. You know, sometimes we just have a smile and we hurting or a straight face and like nothing's going on. So check onto that person just next to you, whether it's a significant other, friend, someone. Just don't let "how you doing" be a common phrase. Like ask them like, "Yo, how you doing, man? You good? You alright?
Nah, you have
You
to,
alright?"
man. You know, if you care, man, you know, you just be mindful, man. Just be mindful, man.
Yeah.
And I just wish everybody the best of luck, man, and these hard times, man.
Straight up.
You know,
Straight up.
if you're going through hard times, man, you know, pray, figure it out, man. Just don't live out your means and just try to figure it out, man. It's not gonna get better, man. Man, it is gonna get better, but it's gonna take a while.
Take some
man.
time.
It's gonna take some time right now, man.
And I want to send a big shout out to everybody that was on participating. Thank you for rocking out with us, man. I know sometimes we have some off the wall conversations and stuff, but it's all in the sense of engaging back into that social structure. There's a lot of noise, a lot of distractions, a lot of buffoonery out there, and we just try to bring back that pure conversation, that living room conversation, that sparks thought. You know, even if it's in difference, just try to spark that whole thing. So shout out to y'all who are on right now and those who've been, even if you were off and on or ride out the whole time, salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all because you know it creates a whole atmosphere, and a lot of times we feed off what y'all said. So it's a build. And disclaimer, if anyone ever felt like anything that was said that possibly struck y'all wrong, that's never our intention to disregard or make anyone feel. Again, it's just conversation. Sometimes it's just as pure in the moment. So I just want to salute to y'all, man. Much love, man. Before we do go, I just want to say Bernice said, just as a word of advice, to have faith in your daughter.
No,
just because she's
I
18.
I don't know who that person is, but I got plenty of faith in my daughter. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that she's 18. She's grown now. I'm saying she's grown and she's gonna become a young lady. You know, she is a young lady as she's 18. But I still like my daughter like she's 7, 5. You know, that's my baby girl. And you know, in life you have to sometimes listen. You know, not her, just me as being her parent. You know, just me. Instead of like going down on her and like chastising her, listen. You know, I had to sit back and listen. That's all. I have plenty of faith in my daughter. She went this far and did everything that we asked for her. We raised it. She's doing amazing stuff.
Amazing stuff.
You know, there's things that my daughter do that it don't surprise me because she knew what she wanted to be and do in her life.
Salute to that. Salute to that. Before we go, Manny said I need advice. Manny, if you want to be real quick with that, I didn't want to cut the show and you didn't shoot your situation and everything. But if you want to shoot it real quick before we go, and we'll close out with Manny. So Manny, please feel free to put that in the chat before we go. I want to get this brother on the road.
Hope he okay.
Yeah. That's why I even said that. For someone to say I need advice is deep. So I'm 17
man.
and I found out my girl pregnant. So I don't know what to do.
Man.
That's a tough one, Manny. My advice to you, you said, I found out my girl is pregnant. And I take it y'all both around the same age. Most definitely have that conversation with her. As tough as it is between your parent I don't know if you share that with your parent, and if if the conversation of keeping it, Manny, is something, yeah, I really got to start game planning what that possibly look like. No matter how much we game plan, we really won't really tell, but at least you have a head start, man.
Um, I don't know you, Manny, but 17's listen, man, Manny, it's a hard decision, man. Cause now you have to take care of somebody, man. And if you're not working and you're in school, man, there's a lot to think about in this situation, man. This is one thing that the consequences of doing things, that this is what happens, Manny. You know, and for you to lay down and listen, all I could do is tell you, if you do decide, you gotta man up, man. Gotta man up and handle a responsibility. It ain't 17 now no more. You gotta be a father, and it's hard, Manny. It's hard, bro. So you gotta talk to the parents. You gotta figure something out there, bro.
Yeah.
If you're in school, just listen. Don't run, cause it might be worse for you, man. Somebody gotta figure something out there.
Yeah. Talk to her, man. Yeah, have that conversation. See what the future is lined up. See how that's looking, cause we don't know what the stance is with the young lady that you with, but y'all gotta have that truthful and real conversation, and it's not always comfortable, but it most definitely have. Manny, I hope you well, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm Spud Brooklyn,
I'm Nate.
and this is Dungeon Talk. Shout out to everybody that was on. We on Sundays. 6:30, 7:40, 7:30, 7:30,
7:45 to 8
8
o'clock.
o'clock ish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of them times between
8
there.
o'clock, between 7:30 8 o'clock, we jump on Sundays where we bring living room conversations. Sometimes we don't know what we're going to talk about. We just bring it on. But shout out to everybody jumping on. Berg, I see you. Shout out to you.
Berg, shout out,
X-Music,
Berg,
shout out to you.
everybody,
Bernice, I
man.
see you. Shout out to Q Word X. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all have a good night. Be safe, y'all. Shut this one down. Shut this up. D! Just D.
Yeah.